Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to J.P.BBQ. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Today, I'm going to talk a little bit about the camera and the equipment I use to do my videos. I'm going to show you which ones I like the most and which ones I use and which equipment I use the most. You guys stay tuned. Check it out. So I'll start off first by saying that the equipment that I'm going to talk about is just the preference of equipment that I use. This is not a sponsored video by anybody. This is just the equipment that I have and the equipment that I use. Now, do you need this stuff, to do your own videos? No, absolutely not. You can. I started off doing videos just by using my iPhone, okay, and that's, I don't remember what generation I had, but I had an iPhone and a simple tripod like this, where, you just connected something like that and hold it out and just start talking to the camera, doing your videos that way, and that worked fine to a certain extent, but it didn't get me to where I wanted to get. And there's a lot of people that use their iPhones or their smart devices to do their videos. I obviously was one of them. But the first thing I'm going to talk about is the camera. The camera that I use is a Canon DSLR Rebel, and this is an SLR camera that I use. The lens on it is an 18 by 55 lens. I use a Rode mic on top of it because the microphone that's built into the camera does a pretty good job. It doesn't do a bad job, but the Rode mic is such a superior mic, and I just have that mic there to help pick up that audio quality that I'm looking for. So, as far as the main camera setup that I use the Canon Rebel SLR. It's a 4K camera. It's got a lot of nice little features on it, and it's a very, it's an affordable camera to do videos. The Rode mic on top of it, and then I use the tripod that's on it. It's an Ekoto tripod, and it's not the original tripod that I started off using when I first started doing recording, but I got this tripod because it's a much higher tripod, and it can get to a higher area that I need. The other tripod that I had, let me show it to you. I got it right here. I think I may have bought it like at Best Buy or something, and this is, what I would consider just Old Faithful. It's a good tripod, and it does what you want it to do. It's a tripod, and it extends out, but it's not as tall as what I was looking for, and just migrated out of it. And I still may use it every now and then. The other thing the other reason why I moved away from using this tripod, let me put this back, is one of the things that you have to mount on the bottom of your camera, and I'm not sure what they're called, but this little mounting bracket mounts into the tripod. That one there from Old Faithful was totally different, and I couldn't, if I needed to move that camera to a different tripod, I had to take this mounting bracket off, and it was just a pain in the butt. It just took a lot of time. So I got all my tripods to have like a very universal type adapter, where if I needed to take a camera off of one tripod and move it to another tripod, or move it into a different setup, I could do that fairly easy. So that's one of the reasons why I migrated away from that tripod. The other cameras that I have are Canon cameras as well, and they are the Canon EOS Rebels SL2s, and this is basically the same mounting housing as the SL3. The difference between this camera and the camera that's recording right now is that one records in 4K, and this one only goes up to 1080, which is still good. It's a very good quality camera. And these are what I would call secondary cameras, or maybe my B-roll cameras that I would use for recording. They have the same style lens, 18 by 55 millimeter, and the reason and it's nice to have all the same cameras, because then if you ever have to interchange lenses, it works fairly good. I like it. The other thing that you need with these types of cameras is an SD card. Okay, this is a SanDisk Ultra 16 gigabyte, recording speeds up to 80 megabytes per second. And inside your camera, or inside this camera, they just go in right here, and this little SD disk works. What it does, it's a memory device. Now, this camera, like I mentioned earlier, this is the SL2. It records up to 1080. The one that I'm recording on right now records up to 4K. Here's something that I learned when it comes to these types of SD cards. If you're going to record in 4K, you're going to need super fast SD cards. I'm not sure what the speed is, but it's obviously faster than 80 megabytes. And I learned that the hard way. When I purchased that camera, it came with just regular SD cards, ultra SD, high quality HD video. In order to record in 4K, you're gonna need 4K video cards. Simple as that. And when I bought the camera to record in 4K, and I'm trying to record, it wouldn't let me put it in that, in that setting. And then I go to read the manual, and I'm like, man, what the heck? If you're gonna sell a 4K camera, put a 4K SD card in it. That's all I'm, got to say to, those people that put this bundle together. But, I'm letting you guys know that if you do order a 4K camera, get you a 4K SD card, because the one that comes with it may not be 4K. Okay, enough said of that. The other thing that you want to make sure that you use, or that you have plenty of, if you're going to be using multiple cameras, is to have extra batteries. Last thing you want is in the middle of a shoot, the battery die out, and then you don't have a battery. You got to wait till it charges up. So get you extra batteries, according to the model that you have, and they're a lifesaver. That's for sure. Tripods. Okay. Tripods, I have a lot of tripods, and I did not realize that I had this many tripods. And I don't have all my tripod equipment out there in the garage. I even have a boom jig that I used to use, and every now and then I may break it out and use it. But as far as tripods, for the main camera, I use that Ikoto. I like it. It goes up, I think, 72 inches. So it's a very good tripod. The other tripods that I have, these are from, I believe, Newer Technology. Oh, no, not Newer. Bone Photo tripods. Nice tripods. You can actually position these tripods to various angles, and these tripods are the ones that I use for my secondary cameras that give you that secondary shot of the food that I may be working on. So nice tripods. These are not very tall, but they're tall enough for what I need. They get right above the table counter, which is roughly about, I think, 36, 38 inches. And then I can actually zoom it, angle the camera down and point it towards the food. Very nice tripods, and they're light, they're compact. You can probably put them in a little bag, and if you have to go somewhere, and travel, and take these with you. That's that tripod. Those tripods. I use 2 of those. One for each camera. Now, the other tripod that I have, this is a nice little tripod. I like this tripod. This tripod is a Coleman tripod, and it's not a tripod, it's more of a monopod, because it's just a single pole. It's got little legs down in the bottom that you can lock in place, and hold it on the ground and maneuver it and move it around. It's very nice for those type of B-rolls that you want to do with your camera equipment. It's got a nice little tripod head, so I really like this tripod. You loosen it up. It's got smooth, fluid motion, so you can put your camera on it and you can just smoothly move it around however you like. Taking your shots. So, but I don't use this tripod as much unless I'm doing a lot of B rolls and stuff like that. So that's that tripod. The latest tripod that I got. This is a very nice tripod. This is, I would say, um, a very good investment if you were going to get into doing filming and production and you needed different shots, especially if you were shooting from overhead looking down. Some of my videos that I do, I got the cooking outside, and I'll put the skillet on top of the burner, and then I'll have it just aim straight down, and I'll show you what I'm talking about right now. Let me take this camera and put the lens in it. Okay, and it's got that universal type adapter there that works well. Then we'll put this bad boy on here, lock it in place. And when you see this, you're going to say, wow, that is a nice one. So this camera, or this tripod, reason I like it so much is because it's got the ability for the pole to extend. And then I can, just lock it out of place like that. And lock this arm, lock this other arm. So now I have a tripod here. Where if I'm cooking, over some food or something, and I need an overshot view, I can do this fairly easy now. You see what I'm talking about? So this is the camera that I use aiming down on top of the food that I'm either prepping, preparing, or cooking. And it's very tall. I can extend the legs. I want to say that fully extended, it probably goes like 72 inches as well. It's a very nice tripod. I enjoy it a lot. So let me get this back off, and we'll put this tripod away. We'll put this camera back down there. Lock that in place. And there we go. So that's that tripod. And this model is it's made by Newer. It's the name brand on it. And all of this equipment here, guys, you can get it at your local hobby shop, or you can get it right straight from Amazon. I want to put links in descriptions down below, so you guys make sure you go and check them out. Okay, but one of my favorite tripods. I like this tripod. This is a cute little gadget. Okay, and maybe you guys have kind of looks like a not a skateboard, but skates. Got these polyurethane type wheels, kind of the same wheels that they use for skateboards. Gives you a smooth motion. This is a nice little gadget to have, especially if you're going to be doing what we call B-rolls in filming. So and I like it because you can curve the wheels, and you can have and you can mount your camera on top. And here's another thing that I like about it is that all these things are are universal. So put that gadget on there. So now I have a camera mounted on this little skateboard. I can aim it down and I can do slow-mo B-rolls with this little contraption. You know, it's pretty cool. I like it. And this is also made by, who is this made by? I want to say it's made by Newer. I think it is. Heck, it doesn't even have a name on it anymore. But it's on Amazon, you know, and I'll post that link down there below. It does not come with a head for your camera, so if you buy this, you will need to get a head separate for it. And whatever heads you get for your equipment, it's a lifesaver to make sure that the mounting brackets match with everything else. That way you can move one camera from a tripod to another type of filming equipment. You know, it just you know, saves a lot of time, you know, doing that. Let's talk about the editing software that I use now. I will use this. I will use my phone every now and then to take pictures and maybe small little video edits and include it into the production video. The laptop that I use is a MacBook Pro, and it works great. I got that laptop just for doing these videos, and the reason I got it is because if I have an iPhone and I have a MacBook Pro, I can easily transfer files with no problem. And the other reason I got it is because of the editing software that I use. I use iMovie. Now, iMovie is a free editing film software that's made by Apple, and it does come on the iPhone. You can get it on. It's on the iPhone, and you can make videos with your iPhone using iMovie. Uh, it has certain features on it that you won't get in the MacBook Pro. If you have a MacBook Pro, an Apple laptop, and you have iMovie, it's free there as well. However, it's got more features built into it. And, you know, plus you're working on a bigger screen. So the editing software that I use is iMovie. iMovie does what I needed to do. It doesn't do everything perfect, but there's always works around in regards to what you want it to do. So, you know, and that's the good thing about the internet today and Google. You know, if you're looking for an idea or trying to figure out a different way of doing something, you know, type it into your computer, it'll pop up. Trust me, somebody already did a video on it, what you're trying to do. Okay, at least that's what I've noticed every time I do a search. Somebody did a video on it already. So the information is out there. This is the equipment that I use. Hopefully it's been beneficial to you guys that are getting started or starting to do your own videos. I love filming. I love doing videos for YouTube, and I like people watching them, of course. So, you know, but if you get a chance, visit my website. I'm going to put a link right here, jpbbq.com. I sell my barbecue products online, and those are products that help support this channel. The barbecue rubs and sauces that I sell help me make more videos. So if you get a chance, visit the website, you know, check out the products, and if there's something there you like, you know, I appreciate it if you guys buy something. The other thing that I have that helps support this channel is my Patreon account, and I'll put the link to it right here, and it'll pop up right there too. My Patreon accounts will have perks associated with each one of the tiers. So if you get a chance, check out J.P.BBQ's Patreon account, and if you feel you can and you feel you want to, you know, I appreciate your support. But that's really about it as far as the equipment that I use. And as always, guys, I appreciate you guys very much. I love y'all. I will talk to y'all later, and I will see you on the next cookout. Y'all take care.